Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. For this week's reading, I will be working with the Psychic Tarot and we'll see what messages are coming through. I'm just burning some Palo Santo to clear the energy. So let's get right into the reading. As always, these readings may or may not resonate with you. Having said that, let's get right into it. Let me clear the energy of the deck. What messages does Spirit want to bring through for this week? Okay, I do have one card. Feeling more like 3 cards, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, can I get 2 more please for this week? 2 more cards please. Oh wow, okay, so I have another one and one more. This one's sticking out. Okay, so let's just take 3. So the first card we have is the 2 of Wands that's come out, the waiting game. Okay, so with this card, like, I feel like you've been on a spiral for a long time. And when I say spiral, this could be like, you know, for some this is financial struggles. I'll just say this straight up because that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, like you've struggled with your finances for the longest time, and maybe you struggle with different jobs, maybe you struggle with always you know, feeling the lack of it, and it's like you were always waiting for things to move in your favor. Okay, so I'm getting different things for different people, so just pick the part that fits in with your situation. For some, you are waiting for this quarantine to end. You are waiting for things to settle down, because again, I'm getting work strongly with this, because you want, you know, things to start moving for you, but you have to stay patient. For some, this is about a decision. Okay, so this, I feel, is about a decision, and you are at a crossroads, or you have to make a choice is what I'm hearing. So you have to make a choice as to what is that you want, and what is that, what action steps are you gonna take. Okay, I do feel that this decision, whatever this is not gonna be very easy. I do feel that you may be, you know, going back and forth, or feeling like you're in a cycle and you just can't come out of it. However, with this hourglass here, I do feel there is a need to be patient. There is a need for things to fall into place, and you know, for the universe to play out things is what I'm getting. But you have been patient, and like it says for itself, it's the waiting game, right? Now, interestingly, the second card that came out is obstacles and challenges. This is the 5 of Wands for those who read tarot. Okay, so again, a very challenging card. Now, for some, you are dealing with people, okay? People with opposing ideas, people who are not on the same page as you, okay? This could be also family matters where you feel challenged. You feel you're constantly, you know, battling out with them. It's like you're butting heads. They're not on the same page. You feel it's so hard. Relationships are so hard, and you're trying to find yourself, but it's not easy. So 5 is always a bit of, 5 does bring changes, but it is a very conflicting energy. Okay, it is a challenging energy. I feel like you're going through a lot of tough life lessons. Okay, that's what how I want to put it. And for some of you, this has to do with your past. Okay, when I say this has to do with your past, there were always situations where either people kept you waiting, or people took you for granted. Really, with this card, I feel they took you for granted. With this card, I feel like you always got the short end of the stick, and you're just tired of situations that put you in this spiral. that put you in the spiral, and situations that are not going anywhere, or situations that make you feel stuck in some way. There's a lot of stuck, stagnant energy is what I'm feeling with this, even though there's a lot going on a mental level, but physically I feel nothing's happening. And then you could be dealing with people, you could be dealing with situations that are not in agreement with you, are just challenging, okay? Just challenging and heavy energy. And then we have this is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? For some, you have to find yourself through these challenges. You have to find your inner strength. You have to find your independence. You have to find your self-worth. You have to understand that your self-worth comes from within, not from what others do to you or what others bring to you or whatever. Like, you have to build your self-esteem enough to love yourself, to not put yourself in situations that make you feel like this. Seriously, that make you feel less than, that put you through challenges. And you know, you have to, with the Nine of Pentacles, because in a traditional tarot with the Nine of Pentacles, we see this beautiful woman. She's in a garden, she's holding a bird, you know, it's like she's in a comfortable space. And I do feel this same energy with this card. But you know, what I'm getting from this card is when you find yourself, when you find your own self-worth, you will attract abundance, you will attract the finances, okay? Whatever projects or whatever things you want to attract, you will attract, because you've started to love yourself, and you're not waiting for these external circumstances to be perfect. You know, we all want, you know, I'll be happy if this is perfect. I'll be happy if I get this job, I'll be happy. So when we do that, when we have that attitude, it's like we're putting all our eggs in one basket. We're putting the keys to our happiness in a situation, in a person, in a job, in that car, in that house, in that whatever it is for you, rather than being content. Okay, this is a card of good self-esteem, self-respect, integrity, and being content. So I'm glad that the cards, this is the third card, that's how it's ending. And to me, it feels like for some, this was your past, okay? Always dealing with people who are challenging you, always dealing with people who are not on the same page, who are making you feel less, who are, you know, discrediting you basically. And this Nine of Pentacles is such a strong card. It says material harvest right here. It's such a strong card because it's almost like after all this, and these cards are purple, so it feels like spiritual lessons that you have been through, right? Spiritual lessons, one after the other, one after the other. It's like bam, bam, bam. It just came on you, but you've overcome that. Okay, for some of you who are watching, like, you overcame this, and this is where you are right now. I want to pull two more cards. Can I get two more clarifications, please, for these cards? Like, what is going on? Can I get, what does Spirit want to say about these cards? Because that is the conclusion. This is what the conclusion that I'm drawing, but I just want to pull two more cards. What else needs to come through, please? All right, so we have patience and planning that came out, and we have the sacral chakra. So you still are in the process of building yourself, and this is 7, okay, life purpose number, your life path. You are still building yourself, and guys, like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So it's a process, okay? You got to be patient with yourself. Stop comparing yourself to anyone and where they are and what level they are and what are they doing. Look at your own track. Focus on yourself. Build yourself up. And you know, I'm seeing all the seasons here in this card. summer, winter, fall, everything is year. So it takes a year's time, sometimes more than years, okay? And those who are on the spiritual path, you know how much time and dedication it takes to be where we are today, right? I'm not gonna go there, but it takes a long time. I started my journey 2009, 2010 was when I really pushed myself forward. And you know, it's been so long. So sometimes it's 10, 12 years, guys, to reach to a stage of understanding, just like with everything else. So this card is just saying that be patient with yourself, and you know, keep your expectations and your self-judgment in check, okay? And you will be working on your life path. Many of you, you've gone through whatever you went through so that you could work on your life path and you could help others, is what I'm feeling. Now we have the sacral chakra, okay? This is about, the sacral chakra is located a few inches below your belly button, okay? And this is the self-care center. This is also the sexual chakra, right? So this card is like, you know, going back to the center of feeling complete within yourself, loving yourself as you are, and not again waiting for that external validation. I also feel with the sacral chakra, healing wounds that go back to your past. Some of you didn't have great childhood, or you know, there was abuse of some shape or form, and this is like clearing that energy, so that a lot of times, guys, when we haven't cleared the energy, we will attract similar people in our lives to role play what we have gone through in our childhoods, okay? If you were rejected as a child, you will attract someone who will reject you now, so that you can heal the initial wound that started as a child. So there is a lot of self-work that many of you are doing even right now, and this card is saying you're on the right track, but it's a life's journey. It's not like, okay, I've done it and I'm done with it. Like every day, do whatever you have to do. You pray, you meditate, you do positive affirmations, you build yourself up inside out, and you know, you heal these internal woundings that made you feel a certain way, okay? So I do feel, even though the first two cards I felt were heavy, and you know, I have to say that you're a work in progress, okay? That's what I'm feeling with this, and that's the message that I'm getting, is to stay patient with yourself as you're working on yourself. It's a process. Be self-forgiving is also what I'm hearing, okay? Be kind to yourself, be self-forgiving, be loving, and it is a process, okay? I am seeing a lot of pillars in these cards. So you are definitely building. Some of you are working on something, and I'm getting the message to continue to work. And when you work, some of you had problems with money, but because you have been doing the work, whether this is a project or working on an idea, whatever it is, I do feel that just because you're not seeing the money come in right now, or you're not seeing the results that you want, don't be disappointed. You're still in the process. You will attract that, what you're trying to build for yourself, but you have to be very patient with yourself, okay? There's a need for structure, there is a need for planning, there is a need for patience, okay? I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.